Uh-oh.
So you're the new captain in town.
Yeah, we're fine.
I was hoping you'd make your way to my office.
So
Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come.
Heard a couple of things. I'm Captain Hawthorne. 4. Never heard of you.
Not a word. Pity. My guy in marketing is about to lose his other thumb. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere.
I didn't kill it. Don't let Arda hear you calling her ship names. Hawthorne, never heard of him. Get to the point, Hagen. She does seem straight up evil, right? Can I just, like, be mean? Is it okay to be mean to, like... Me being mean is more about me rather than the person to whom I'm being mean. Is it in character? Yeah, this is supposed to be in character as kind of me with a couple of modifications. Just around the edges. Like, I'm male and my character's female. Other than that, pretty similar. I mean, my character has held a gun. Like, I've never. Do you dislike her? Yeah. I think I'm just gonna play dumb. Like, raw dumb.
You're 2 for 2 on playing dumb so far, Captain. Not a good start.
Is it not?
I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
Just like in the serials?
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested?
I don't have an nav key. Can I still take the job? What's so special about Stellar Bay?
First, an embargo that's been active ever since the board pulled its forces off-world. Few regulations, plenty of freedom. And second, all the goodies that no one had time to pack.
Not interested. Alright. There's a catch. Need a nav key. I mean, I do need a nav key to Stellar Bay anyway. I don't have a nav key.
I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need. If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits.
I take it Sublight isn't strictly a salvage operation?
These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the time to expand our interests into other sectors, where I can let my hair down.
What kinds of other sectors does Sublight pursue other than salvage and shipping?
Our field is persuasive acquisitions. At least that's how my legal advisors tell me to phrase it. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Sometimes it takes a polite conversation and a shot across the bow. You know, legal formalities.
Mm-hmm. Pirates. So you're sort of a company of bureaucratic pirates.
Your words, not mine.
You're very honest about Sublight's criminal side.
Hey, careful with the C word around here. I like to keep things above board, and that kind of talk only makes trouble. Sublight occupies a legal blind spot. No one knows what we're licensed to do, and that gives our little business some freedom. But let's not tempt fate.
How organized is this business?
Very. I have this thing about numbers in spreadsheets, grids in general. I like to think of myself as the last honest businesswoman in Halcyon, but I'll settle for being the most organized one.
Back to my other questions. Ask I have nothing to hide. See you. All right, let's have a look around and see if you have any valuables, because if you do, I have bad news for you. Sublight, a legitimate business. Contractors. If the authorities are on your heel, our legal teams pre-approve you to recite this passage from their colonial trading rights. Pursuant to the regulations following internally preserved Borst, such a business entity would therefore be entitled to gather, maintain, and ultimately dispose of decommissioned agricultural hardware and accessories for both profit or convenience. The short version If we handle potted meat, we can legally salvage tractors and tractor parts. That's why I keep a can of Borst in a Sublight-owned safe deposit off-world, and why the goods you bring in are catalogued as farm equipment. Everything we do is perfectly legal. Now go home and bring home some bacon. Go and bring home some bacon, rather.
Understood. I'll keep my head down.
Okay, so we can actually get... Oh, no, we can't actually get behind it. Damn. People seem to have eyes on this door, but maybe if I'm, like, at the right angle.
What do you think you're doing?
Nothing.
All right, I got my eyes.
Do you straight up don't care? Now that... Okay, cool. Cheers. Oh! Bugger. My familiar's reopened the door.
What do you think you're
I'm just
doing?
gonna crime directly in front of you.
All right.
Alright. Both of you come in here. If I'm doing all of this with like one mag pick... Oh, right, of course. Your reputation decreases, which I'm actually fine with. Screw these people. Steal a plasma cutter. Ooh.
Keep him quiet, Cap.
450 bits? That's an amount. Protective clothing with safety harness. Dialogue skills +5. It's an armor type light. Oh, if it's pretty, I might actually change into it. Oh, don't be pretty. It's really pretty. It's exactly what I was asking. Well, it's okay. It's a red shirt, not a white one, but it's similar to what I was asking for. What a rogue! What a rogue we can be! Alright, if I get good upgrade equipment soon, I guess I'll change into that, but for the moment, big head gang rides. Alright. Stand up. Don't forget to play out of fashion, not out of worlds. Of course. But of course. I want to stall for long enough that the camera starts to rotate so they can see my stuff. Does anyone know if like there's a button prompts for seeing outside of your own character, changing the camera perspective? Because otherwise I have to wait. I'm not the most patient. Show me it rendered in the actual game. Just if you stand. Damn. Raps, move your face cam while trying on hats. Good point, well made. Upside down fairy, we'll do in the future. You just stand, I think? Yeah, fair enough. It'll happen in a little bit. Come on, game. Hey! Specifically, I want to see both myself and the vicar in the same angle. Yeah, we kind of look like we're just all running in the same... Well, I guess if I replaced your armor as well, I could just have two bodyguards that look exactly the same. Alright, yeah, I want to replace her armor entirely with that. Hey, Rap, why aren't you dressing up for the stream? Cause I had this shirt lying around and I don't want to have to wash another shirt. What's a favorite piece of clothing you own? Actually, I know exactly what it is. It was the thing for the Klaus cosplay as well, but it's just a velvet black coat with fur. Favorite thing I own. Unfortunately, extremely hot, and the day is as well, so that goes off immediately. That's another reason not to dress up for the stream. Dangerous Frontiers by Ophelia Sweeney. It is intriguing how we devoted our resources to the stars when there are still so many problems to be solved here on Earth. Exposing our fragile species to the breadth of the cosmos renders settlers and spacers alike vulnerable to the mysteries of the outer worlds. The fate of an outbound civilization could hinge on a single miscalculation, an unobserved variable, and any number of alien catastrophes. Recklessness and impatience are, perhaps, hardwired into our humanity, hardwired features of humanity, and not errors in our genes, as others might imply. Hey, Vic, how's it going? We found it in an op shop? So we did. Oh, what a good find. I think it was $10 as well. It's like it called out to him. Yeah, it was kind of like you know the moment in Harry Potter, the first movie, Sorcerer's Stone. I'm saying Sorcerer's Stone because I know the audience rather than the Philosopher's Stone. But Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone had the scene in Ollivanders. Effectively, that's how walking into that op shop felt. The coat chooses the wearer, Mr. Pearson. Spratwurst.
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place. I've got a fresh ground batch of spratwurst cooking. They're terra-fried to lock in the juices. How about a grinder's dozen?
Sounds good. What is spratwurst, though?
You know what sprats are? Space rats. The laboratories of Spacer's Choice found a use for this limitless frontier resource. Sprat meat is plenty tasty when properly prepared. We grind them up in sausages, then terra-fry them in their own juices.
Is spratwurst like Borstwurst? I've seen that a lot. What does terra-fry mean? Is spratwurst your own invention or what? I'm gonna go down from the top.
Absolutely not. Spratwurst and all related terms are registered trademarks of Spacer's Choice. Boar, the other meat, is a registered trademark of C&P. Everyone knows our company and theirs are nothing alike.
Opportunity Shop is Aussie for a second-hand store. Yeah, it's op shop usually in Australia will refer to a clothing store of like clothes that have been handed in. Sometimes run by a charity, sometimes not. What does terra-fry mean then?
Terra-frying is a Spacer's Choice brand secret. A mix of 13 herbs and spices, plus a dash of modern chemistry.
Is spratwurst your own invention or what?
Legally? No. The terra-frying method was developed and marketed by Spacer's Choice. Between you, me, and this grinder, I've been through lean times. If there's one thing you learn on tramp freighters, it's how to make near anything edible. Might be that this old space hand put a few words in the right ears, and could be that Spacer's Choice liked sticking it to C&P by R&Ding our own special meat.
It's enough talk for now.
Just as well.
Because I'm about to throw up.
Time for me to go check on the trap. I mean, to unload another crate of farm fresh sprats.
Of course. Do you have some time to chat?
Long as you don't mind me grinding spratwurst while we talk. Little things don't make themselves chewy. At least not yet. I'm sure modern science will find a way.
Yeah, I'm guessing, you don't actually have anything extra to say. Let's
Fresh.
see if I can get water tablets. I can obviously get spratwurst. Just sell some trash, I think. Wait, do I not have... I have no junk to sell. I might have no thing to sell. One-handed plasma cutter. I mean, if she could two-hand melee weapons, then I would definitely give Pavati both of these. All right, Ike.
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor. Maybe it's a bit secondhand, but that's only a testament to its durability. We also have a line of specialized melee weapons, for those times you have to repel boarders but don't want to risk a bullet through the hull.
Tell me more about your wares.
Everything I sell is fresh from the forge. Technically, the metal formed billions of years ago, but it's freshly in the shape.
I like that. Are you a spacer yourself?
Not me, but it's in my blood. After the crossing, my family worked Eridanos, indentured to the corporations.
Go on. Hang on. You know what? They did what after the what?
Not from around here, are ya? After leaving Earth, they worked a local gas giant from a floating refinery. Dangerous work. I was born into corporate labor, but I'm the first one of my family to buy my way out. That's why I settled on Groundbreaker. It's the last bastion of freedom.
Let's see what you got to trade then. Weapon parts, Officer's Spine. Oh, Officer's Spine. Oh, so this isn't unique. Oh, that's what... Oh, the background that I'm perceiving as unique is just the armored ballistics background. Right. Space aviator glasses, clothing. Great for protecting your eyes, not your head. Yeah, so I imagine you probably can't wear glasses and a hat at the same time. Whereas sometimes you can. Sometimes you can't. Enclosed padded helmet, extra block, extra hack, extra lie. Yeah, all of these are pretty low tier. Mr. Acid could have corrosive damage on a melee. We could also have a chrono field aggregator. Again, also interested in that, but yeah, it looks like pretty much everything here is it's fine-ish. Silver Tongue kit, a hunter kit. This is for an armor mod. It's a skill kit. Yeah, I already have a different skill kit instead. I'm not going to go for +5 to ranged weapon skills. That seems kind of minimal. Geographic scanner we have 2 of. Definitely don't need that. I mean, it's possible I'm outside both of your views right now. Yep.
Hey, I saw that.
Ah, dang it. Fine. Fine, you got away with it this time. But I will steal absolutely all of yours. Good lord. Not only is there nothing here to steal, I kind of want to donate things before I leave. Damn, Ethel, you live like this? Jump into the grinder, you won't. Don't dare me. I'm giving it my absolute all. Groundbreaker Promenade, finally. Ooh. Auntie's Kitchen keycard, though. I love that they, like, had a bright thing behind here to draw your attention so that you would spot the bins. So perfectly designed. Alright, fine, let's go in. Woo! It is hot in here.
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
Hey Orbital, how's it going, bud? Thank you very much for joining the Republic. Enjoy your emotes in chat, and thank you very much, Silly Pseudonym, for gifting the subscription to them. Much appreciated.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
You seem lovely. Ryan, nice way you got here, Chief.
No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
I'll do whatever I can to keep the peace. I'll try not to start any fights. Do whatever I can to keep the peace, but I might have to end some. Try not to start any fights, but I might have to end some. I'm gonna salute, copy that, Chief. So Pseudonym, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Raggoat. Welcome to the Republic, Raggoat, and enjoy your emotes in chat. I actually think the first one, the last one might be too sarcastic.
Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
Once I get out of the inbound business, once I get out of inbound, I'm bound for Monarch. None of your business, just passing through. I'll tell you.
Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
Pavati wanted to talk to Junlei. He having a heat problem. Let's go with Pavati first.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Nudge Pavati to continue.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Pavati, don't be shy about requesting time off if you need to compare notes in person.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry.
Oh, she's so adorable. Nice job, Pavati.
Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
Alright. Heard you're having a heat problem. What's going on?
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
Why haven't you fixed them?
Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner.
Is there room for compromise? Or surely the board doesn't want Groundbreaker to roast? No. Is there room for compromise?
None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone on board, will be cooked alive.
You need a contractor to work this out. I'm available for a reasonable rate. Is there a way I can help? I mean, like, the first two are the same, just stated differently.
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
Mm-hmm. Got it, I'll take care of that. Back base, am I supposed to know where that is? How do you know the parts are still there? But there's a catch, right? Okay, start with the second one.
Sorry, I forgot not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
I gotta say, during the apology, she went down, side, back up. That's realistic. That's like really realistic. As in like her eyesight went like, oh, sorry. And then back to the explanation. Get you those parts from the back bay. I can't get those parts to anyone else. Can we try and talk this out with whoever's down there? Have you tried sending anyone to get you the parts? Let's go 3 first.
Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. They're content to die last. If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than anything, we need those parts.
I'm gonna try and solve it without violence. Have you tried sending anyone else down there?
I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back. I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense, but a freelancer like you is more dispensable.
You could see sympathy in her brow. I feel like I've spent half of my time just like squealing about the Outer Worlds and then half of it playing the Outer Worlds. None taken. Flash a rude gesture with both hands. None taken. Why so protective or... No, why so protective? Like, we're family here or something like that. None taken.
Nice and pragmatic. Thanks for understanding.
Can't get those parts anywhere else?
You must not have been here long. In Halcyon, new parts come by way of interstellar freighters from Earth, and the board monopolizes that kind of trade. That means I'd have to negotiate with the board. I've already given them the shops, the docking fees, and a damn embassy.
their negotiations sound like a bureaucratic coup. Aren't you just delaying the inevitable by cannibalizing Groundbreaker systems? First one.
Damn right. And while I'm captain of the Groundbreaker, it falls to me to preserve this ship's independence.
Get you those parts.
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make that like my primary mission, complete that first. Now, just because Pavati likes you doesn't mean that I'm not gonna steal everything you have. Pavati actually might get mad at me for coming in here. It's entirely possible. Come on. Get in here. You're gonna open the door later. I'm gonna be really annoyed about it. Get in here. You move into that GD room. There we go. Just checking it out, friend. Don't worry about me at all. Oh, what nice stuff you have here. What nice stuff that is still here. Just appreciating it with my eyes and definitely not my hands. Do you have anywhere else you keep valuables? I just want to, you know, see. Have a look at them. No? All right, cool. Cheers. Daily checklist, personal files, or messages. Go for the first one. Diafrogs, thank you very much for this, or rather, Silly Pseudonym, thank you very much for gifting a tier 1 sub to Diafrogs. Much appreciated. Again, good lord. And Diafrogs, welcome to the Republic. Enjoy your moments in chat. Radiator temp, plumbing overflow, life support, crew morale, scheduled landings, checklist maintenance, brush teeth. You can do this, Junlei. Full stops after each of them. Ooh, very relatable. OXD as well. Thank you very much, Silly Pseudonym, for the tier 1 sub gift to OXD. Much appreciated. Enjoy your emotes in chat. And welcome to the Republic. Personnel files. Alright, back base. More complaints about the state of the bay. I already told the Mardettes they're free to flush out Mac Red and his outlaws. So they're knotted up seeking warrants and paper justifications that they want... They're so knotted up seeking warrants and paper justifications that they want someone else to solve all the problems off the record. Sorry, boys. Not my job. Promenade status. Morale has dipped 18% since Martin Callahan showed up. It's that damn mask. Found another listening device in my office. It was the size of a toss ball with a cord leading all the way back to sublight. Subtle as always, Lilia. Could have sworn the automechanical chef arrived with the company tech. No record of the guy leaving the station. We'll have to look into it. Sprat infestation at the Rest and Go is getting out of hand. Ethel better not be ranching those critters again. I swear by law, I will airlock her stall. The Anthonata 12. Thank you very much for the subscription at tier 3. Good lord. I believe sometime in the near future I will have like higher tier emotes as well. But regardless, thank you for your generosity. Much appreciated. Enjoy your emotes in chat and welcome to the Republic. From you, Bedford, subject, my dear lady. And it's to it's to Junlei. The implications of your accusations cause my breath to hitch in my throat. I am certain that we can arrive at an agreeable understanding. For what is a board liaison if not a facilitator of handshakes between great powers, much like the board and yourself? When you do decide to return to the negotiations table, consider once again the embassy expansion plans I laid out. Gestures of good faith do not go unpaid. Udom Bedford, certified liaison. From Junlei, back, obstructionist. The board rejected my request for new radiator parts. Again, even after I greased their wheels with some targeted donations. Funny thing, when I used my admin privileges to survey the outgoing comms, I noticed some activity from your office. You chose your words very carefully. But I plucked out a juicy phrase from the transcript. Let the frog boil a while longer, And now I have no radiation parts. You're playing with our lives. Did they install you on my ship just to get under my skin? Or are you pulling the shit for fun? All right, Udom, I hate you now. Ooh, severely. I may shoot Udom on sight and just fail 50 quests at the same time. And frankly, I'm not gonna regret it.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled
Actually, a couple things there to steal.
following story.
All right, let's do the loot of the rest of this area and then follow the mission.
To defend your corporate township from the dangers of alien.
You just got back. What did Udom do? Udom is the reason the board has not yet sent the repair parts.
Applying for military training.
That's what Udom do. What that Udom do, though? Alright. Well, I actually can tinker with the defective Mooman helmet, increasing its armor from 2 to 2. Yeah, I think we're fine on all of those.
Life to protecting our wonderful brands and products.
Where the hell have you been, Private? You've missed 3 shifts without
Military
notice.
service does not guarantee
I was
full
fixing that
employment
toilet you
rights,
sent me
tax
to
breaks,
repair.
military
The one above the
discount,
Lost
health
Hope.
benefits, military burial,
That was days ago.
education, medal training, or
The
weapons.
fucking door. It locked behind me. And it wasn't until this freighter captain found me that I...
Your only
You're lucky the chief would have my ass if I spaced you. Now get back to work, Private.
Right away, sir.
I love that you can just overhear conversations like that, and they're actually, like, important.
Easy does it.
Well, flavorful, not necessarily, you know, important. He actually kept his word. Nice. Yeah, that actually is, like, probably the best thing to take away from that. No, no, you turn around, engineer. I am not even here. I can't stand out in the middle and take the mag picks. Maybe I don't need every mag pick I see, just most of them. When I see Udom Bedford, it is on site. All hands throwing hands. Let's go. All right.
Suppose it's time to reevaluate my career goals.
Did you just summon a GDC? Are you smoking 2 at the same time? There was a graphical glitch there. I swear. I want to see it do again. Please. Dang. It was kind of like it had rolled next to itself. No one looking. No one looking. Yep.
You should clear out. Engineering's a dangerous place to wander until we get those radiators fixed.
Alright, fair enough. Mag picks? Yeah, there's 2 mag picks here, but they're a little too public to be stolen. Oh, right, yeah, modern lockpicks. Yeah, they're effectively lockpicks. Unlock with the Auntie's Kitchen keycard. There's a dead Auntie Cleo worker in here. Auntie Cleo Food Serve Auto Mechanical Repair Manual. Warning. Please follow all recommended safety protocols before maintaining or cleaning your unit. The ACSR F900 is equipped with anti-tampering subsystems and will trigger a self-defense mechanism in the food preparation apparatus. Self-defense supersedes any pacifistic function. Also, please remember to deactivate and remove all slicing, dicing, blending, filleting, chopping, deboning, or tenderizing apparatus prior to opening any access panels. It is critical that and a splay of blood obscures the rest of the manual. All right, so it was actually, you know, more innocent than that. Fair enough. That is the longest tap I've ever seen in my GD life. Oh no, it's a hose. Right, for dishwashing. Never mind. I just thought it was a particularly long nozzle. How's it going, Gracie?
Greeting, potential customer. Welcome to Auntie's Kitchen, a home-style consumable protein dispensary. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion.
You know there's a dead body in your kitchen?
This unit would clarify. There is a dead mechanic in the kitchen.
My bad,
User
sorry.
error in the maintenance of this unit's cutlery engaged several systems at once. The slicer, the grinder, the tenderizer.
Sounds like a pretty nasty bug in your systems. Do you plan on cleaning up back there? All this morbid talk is making you hungry. Do you plan on cleaning up back there?
This unit is not designated for cleaning duties and cannot be compelled to accept another unit's responsibilities.
It sounds like a pretty nasty bug in your
This
system.
unit behaves precisely as it was engineered. Neither this unit nor its corporate proprietor claim any responsibility for the mess.
All this morbid talk is making me hungry.
Beginning dispensing sequence.
So that wasn't, it didn't even show begin trade, but it was. Okay, let's offload junk.
All into this unit.
Aren't you just a glorified vending machine? There we go.
This unit is programmed to simulate shock at such assertions. Shock simulation non-functional. A trouble ticket has been filed.
Let me have a look at it. Maybe I can fix it.
Shock simulation restored. Initiating shock subroutine. How dare you? Shock subroutine complete. Estimated guilt level of customer increased by 35%. Resuming protein dispensation protocol. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion.
I thought you were gonna shock me, not get shocked. God, I love the writing in these games. Oh. Be still, my beating heart.
Have you seen this man? Reward offers for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Have you seen this man? Reward offers
Go
for
back to
information
Byzantium, you
leading to the
gold-plated
capture of noted
bastards.
terrorist Phineas Wells.
Yeah,
For
no
any
one wants you on
sending to the local
Groundbreaker.
board embassy.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Oh, real scary. You're really gonna arrest us on our station?
Yeah, this is Chief Junlei's ship. You don't own shit here.
Step back. I'm required by board bylaws to use excessive force.
The Mardettes would space you for trying, you waste of O2 scrubbers.
Yeah, O2 scrubbers.
Look, just get out of here before I tell your captain what you've been getting up to on the clock.
Ah, whatever. We got a date at the Lost Hope anyway.
Is this really what you want to be doing with your life, Marcy? Guarding stairs for that walking mustache Udon fucking Bedford? I gotta get off this detail.
Thank you very much, Dat Soyboy, for the bid donations. I hope you're having a fantastic day, but what I've heard about this game, you will definitely have one. Love, love. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. And, again, Salih Pseudonym, thank you very much for the gift sub to Dat Soyboy. Dat Soyboy, enjoy your emotes in chat, and welcome to the Republic.
Organized, efficient, competent. Well, mostly.
For the following story. I think everything in here is worth more than I made in my whole life. Because she remembers
Alright, they're done conversing. Let's go.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he.
And you are not
something
he.
happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? It's... I can't place him. I can't place him. Alex is dead. Forget Alex. Why'd you impound my ship? I'm gonna wring your scrawny neck, you sprat. Yikes. You sprat fuck. Give me back my ship. Alex isn't important. I'm here to turn in Phineas Wells. Not gonna do that. I mean, so I like the idea, but I know that game systems aren't always as malleable as this, right? I like the idea of like getting in close by telling him like, oh, I'm here to turn in Phineas Wells, and then looking for a perfect opportunity to betray. But that might effectively just put me on a path where I have to give him Phineas Wells or something like that. No, I don't want to be there. He looked like such a dick. He do. I don't. Alex is dead.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? What devilry is this? Ugh. I can't get it. Sorry for your loss.
Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
What was your relationship with him?
He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he?
Babe, have you read the emails on Hawthorne's personal terminal? I have. Yep. Yep, he sure did. Wouldn't really know. Forget Alex. Ring your scrawny neck, you rat fuck. Yeah, sure he did.
Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
He was eaten alive by feral canids. I mean, I don't feel bad lying to you.
No. How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you know. Devoured by those fiends. Becoming one with their droppings.
No, I have. Peek, I have. Again, I'm very sorry. Can we get back to the topic at hand?
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Why is the world so interested in Wells anyway? I think, why do you think I'd know anything about Wells? I know where to find Phineas Wells. Alex never mentioned Phineas Wells. I'm gonna say 4.
That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
What's this about the board having a head? I know where to find Phineas Wells. I'm here about Jessie Doyle. I want her debt settled, and I want to ask you about something else. Let's do the Phineas Wells. Let's do Jessie Doyle first.
Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
I'd pay it off for her, or she's worth more alive than dead, put her in an indenture contract. I don't want to do that. Like, it seems like I'll pay it off for her is maybe better.
Kind and efficient. Can't say I disapprove. Although, seeing as this woman isn't a member of our crew, it'd be nice if the price weren't quite so high.
Did you take your helmet off?
I underestimated the size of Miss Doyle's debt. If you'll look over this itemized bill.
Total of 1904. I'll cover that. You're charging that much for emotional anguish? Really?
I am extremely anguished, Captain. Please respect my feelings in this difficult time.
I doubt Mr. Bedford's ever felt real pain. We could introduce him to the sort of suffering that actually constitutes extreme anguish. For the good of his understanding, of course.
Be careful you don't irritate my guards, Vicar. You might not like their rather narrow understanding of what constitutes excessive force.
Is Vicar Max a dom? I can't afford that.
Unless you can offer some other means of resolving her debt, I'm afraid we have nothing further to discuss.
Alright, we're leaving, then I'm gonna try and resolve it with persuasion.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Still doesn't.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate?
Deciding the sick pay to avoid assassins. I'm sure she'll prefer work. Where I say she doesn't have much choice. None, I suppose, but if she doesn't show up for work, kill her like you planned.
I'm not sure the price of her organs will allow a profit in that case. I expect her liver is, used goods, as it were. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
Yeah, I was worried that was going to be the path that we ended up taking with that. I'm not interested in it. I'm not putting someone in indentured servitude.
How do you...
Alright. I wanted to ask something else. What do you do here exactly?
I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I'm their eyes, ears, and busy little hands.
Yikes. You got a real Littlefinger kind of vibe in that. Big fish in a small space station. Nice setup. Doesn't answer my question. Sounds boring.
I send a lot of messages. Sometimes I read them. Every once in a while, I'll impound a ship if I want to feel alive.
So that's why you got mine. Can you get me to sell a bay? Does it seem hot in here to you? Why are there armed guards here? What are the doors at the back?
A luxury stateroom reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use.
Chairman Rockwell? I have seen, like, a picture, I think, of Chairman Rockwell already. Does the chairman visit here often?
Oh, good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this decrepit junk pile. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use.
Oh, there's nothing I hate more than that kind of idea. It was like, oh yeah, no, I've got this giant mansion, that's this lavish estate that I never plan to visit. It's like having a holiday house you never go to, that kind of thing. Or a holiday house that no one lives in for the rest of the year. Can you get me to sell a bay? Does it seem hot in here to you? Sell a bay.
Oh, good law. Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit?
So no? Does it seem hot in here to you? So no.
No. Emphatically no. Unequivocally no. Immutably no.
No would have done it. Didn't have to crack open a thesaurus.
Best to be clear, I believe.
Does it seem hot in here to you, dude?
Law, but it's miserable. My underarms are damp. How can I be expected to work in these conditions? Chief Tennyson is supposedly looking into the cause, but I've seen no action from her. Deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain of that.
She's doing everything she can. It's your people's fault it's not fixed, not Junlei's.
My, aren't you, excitable.
Pipe down, Pavati, the big kids are talking. Don't you goddamn dare consider saying that player character. But the second part is, hell yeah, Pavati's getting more confident. I love it.
Oh, sweetie. I don't owe a grease-stained wrench jockey like her the time of day, let alone my deference. I'm sorry, my temper got away from me. Please accept my sincerest apologies to you and your friend.
I was literally about to like end the conversation and just blow his head off and walk out. Does that work for you, Pavati?
Oh, I'm not used to folks saying sorry. It's not all right exactly, but I appreciate the apology, I guess.
Well, now that that's dealt with, was there anything else you wanted to discuss?
Why there are armed guards in here?
Oh, you've noticed my friends. Wonderful. Aren't their guns very large? Tremendously impressive. They're here to keep the peace, of course.
Intelligence to watch your back, you mean?
Precisely. Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independent status and so resents any board presence, no matter how benign.
You keep calling officers on their promenade... Sorry, you call keeping officers on their promenade benign, or one more thing first?
When the alternative is board guards at their gates, yes, I do. They don't see it that way, of course, but I can't say I much care.
Back to my other questions. Ask away. Again, like, I don't want to say I know where to find Phineas Wells at all in this conversation. All right. One thing I do want to know is how effective this would be if I did it.
Do put that thing away.
I have your back, Captain.
I mean,
That's the last of them.
we just succeeded worst contracts. Talk to Ellie. Board reputation decreased, but I'm not completely off guard with them? There is no way. Really? The board barely care.